It is time to buffer up, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing a buffer problem. We got 3 moles of a fully deprotonated form of this, whatever this is reacted with 4.75 moles of hydrochloric acid. So that's an acid. What's going to be close to the pH of the resultant buffer? Well, I know it's not going to be fully deprotonated. It's not going to be the last one. But anyway, my steps are identify pKa1 as HXA, etc. What does that mean? Well, I'll do it in blue. I'm given 3 pKas. That means the one that is fully protonated has how many protons? If I give you 3 pKas, no. If I give you 3 pKas, how many protons are in the fully protonated form? 3. What's the generic form? What's X? You just said it.
H.
3A is the first one. What's the second one? Do this work and it will save you later. And what's the last one? The one that has only 1 proton. Your last one has to have 1 proton, or else you didn't pick the right number for X. And 2 minus you said correctly. Thank you. Okay, so we did part 1. That's like a no-brainer part. You don't even need to read the question to do this part. Just see how many numbers there are. If it was 4 numbers, I go H4A, H3A negative, H2A negative 2, and HA negative 3. Okay. And then the green part, which species are you starting with? Are you starting with? There will be some description in the question, and this is it here. Boom. Yeah. I don't know why that's associated with something else. I wanted to change the green color up there. I want the colors to mean something. Green is for which species are you starting with? And fully deprotonated, we don't have that here. It would be the next one in this list, which is A3 minus. Ice number 1. We're going to do the full ice problems in this version of the answer, and then I'll show you how you can shorten it to show just the last ice problem before we leave. Make sure I don't forget. A3 minus, you told me we're starting. It's reacting with what species?
HCl.
How much HCl did we start with in moles? 4.75. How much A3 minus did we start with? 3. It's the limiting reactant to A3 minus, isn't it? And what does A3 minus become after 1 proton gets delivered?
H2A.
Yeah, 1 proton at a time. Careful. You misspoke. She said by mistake, H2A.
Yeah.
Only 1 proton at a time. Do not do 2 protons at a time. You're skipping through a whole pKa if you do that. Okay. So we started with 0 of each of those species because we didn't add any of those. Limiting reactant reacts completely, creating that same number of moles of product. I'm getting rid of this now. I don't care. I'm not even writing who cares anymore. Okay, so we got a 0. Does that mean we're done? No, because you have 1.75 HCl, that means you're not done. Who cares? Okay, ice number 2 starts with HA2 negative. HA2 negatives reacting with HCl. I believe this is our last ice, don't you? Because when HCl is limiting, that's your last ice. What species do you get when you protonate HA2 negative? H2A negative, which is pKa number 2. That's the relevant one. And you started with purple 0, not purple 0. Yeah, 0 there. and 1.75 here, and 3, and ice, nice. You're gonna lose 1.75 only, you can't lose 3. We're happy. Why are we happy? Well, you're done with the icing, right? Sadly, icing goes at the end of the cake, so we're not quite done. Icing's over. Eating, it's time for eating. No, that's not gonna work either. Okay, we gotta figure out, of these two, oh, highlighters, why not? Here's this species, there's the amount. Here's this species, here's the amount. They're both important. Which pKa was that? We already discussed at the top of the screen. Oh, it made that an arrow for me. See that? Can you give me the number?
10.1.
Was pKa2 10.4? Okay. So your pH is near that. Is it above it or below it?
Below.
I stopped doing steps, didn't I? I guess ice was the next step. And ice was in, I don't know, purple. Yeah, she said below. Let's see if she's right. We have more of the acid than the base. Uh-oh. She's right. I gotta go in there for a second. Yeah. See, yeah, more acid than base, more acid than base. And how do you know that's the base over there? On the left, how do you know that's the base? One less proton, exactly. So pH equals 10.4 downwards. Now go like the multiple choice question. Just 0.1. Just do it. No calculators. Exempli grazie. 10.3. Final answer. You like it? Good stuff. Oh yeah. What did I tell you to remind me? How do you skip straight to the final ice problem? Okay, so let's pretend we didn't do anything. Pretend you didn't do anything. That's the best way to pretend you didn't do anything, right? Okay, fully deprotonated. So you've done your H3A. That works, never changes. H2A negative, HA negative 3, right? And you decided you're at fully deprotonated, which is negative 2. I don't know what, yeah, that's weird. Thank you. I was thinking ahead to my next species, right? Not giving it to me. There we go. Correct? All right. Now, without doing, there's a circle there. Without doing an ice problem, how many moles of HCl is it going to take to get rid of 3 moles? 3 moles of this. HCl, 3 moles, right? Gives what? Are you saying you would transfer 3 moles of protons to A3 negative instead of transferring 1 mole of protons to 3 different A3 negatives? You're saying one of them gets 3 before any of the others get 2? You're forgetting about acid-base strength. A3 minus is the strongest base you've got. You're going to go until it's all reacted 1 time. So what's the formula of the species after it's reacted with 1 proton? HA2 minus. And you've made 0 plus 3. 3 moles minus 3. 3 moles minus 3 equals 0. Minus 3 equals 0. I'm kind of doing the ice up there. But there is still How much HCl left over? Yeah, 4.75 from the question, minus 3 that you reacted, HCl. Ice number 3. You're starting with HA. In fact, you don't have to show me anything at the top of the screen. If you can just get to this and just start with the right numbers, I know you figured it out. If I see a 1.75 under your HCl, I know you did some brain work already, right? That's not in the question. And that's going to make H2A negative. And what else? Who cares? 0. Minus 1.75 plus 1.75. There's a minus there. Happy face. Highlighting. 2 species present. And this one is pKa. Top of the screen says. We didn't have any H2A. H2. This one? This one? Should be 3. We just made it up here. Oh, yeah, sorry. Trying to get it done quick, aren't I? It's not 0. You're watching students try to convince me of some pretty obvious stuff there. I'm sorry. pKa for this species, H2A negative, is 10.4, right? More acid than base. More acid than base. pH down. Example, grazie. 10.3. End of story.